غني على الطرقان يا يا سهر الليالي يا حلو على بالي غني 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 على الطرقان.
Ich bin voll aufgeregt, wenn die hier im Bus sind, so, dass wir mit der reden können.
Könnt ihr gut Englisch eigentlich?
Nein. Also ich kann Englisch. Also ich kann eigentlich auch mit denen Arabisch reden, oder?
Das Bürgerhaus Himmelingen hat dann vor 21 Jahren die erste Reise nach Tamra organisiert. Und dann hat es vor 20 Jahren, 1993, den Gegenbesuch aus Tamra gegeben. Tamra steht für den arabischen Teil der israelischen Bevölkerung. Tamra liegt in Galiläa, ganz nah bei der Bremer Partnerstadt Haifa. Und dieser Austausch steht eben unter dem Motto: Mein Haus ist dein Haus ist mein Haus. Das heißt, dass wir uns gegenseitig besuchen in den privaten Familien und dort untergebracht werden. Und jetzt sind wir ganz froh, dass sich das in diesem Jahr wieder so entwickelt hat, dass zum ersten Mal seit längerer Zeit auch wieder eine Jugendgruppe aus Tamra dabei ist.
Ja, wir haben 2011 von dem Austauschprojekt zwischen Bremen und Tamra gehört und auch mitbekommen, dass das Bürgerhaus den Wunsch hat, auch Jugendliche mit einzubinden. Und wir hatten dann die Idee, dass man durch ein Filmprojekt Jugendliche begeistern kann. Und haben in Hemelingen mit einer Gruppe einen Film gedreht und dann auch in Tamra. So konnten wir die Jugendlichen erstmal auf dieser Ebene zusammenbringen und konnten erreichen, dass in diesem Jahr erstmalig 8 Jugendliche aus Tamra hier nach Hemelingen gekommen sind und konnten dann mit Teilnehmern aus Bremen und aus Tamra zusammen einen Film drehen.
Yes, it's the first time for me to be a host for another girl or another people who comes from another culture and another country, and it's a really good experience for me.
What they do in their free time, what activities they do, if we have common things we like, or the same music we listen to, or films we watch.
I'm not sure. I've never seen it. Oh, yeah. It's like a bit a mixture of rock and and pop and rap.
To get to know the German traditional things and the culture, because the Arabic culture is the only culture that I know and that I'm familiar with.
My name is Melina. I want to tell you something about my life as a Protestant. On every Sunday, every week at 10 o'clock is praying time. There are some special times which we celebrate and where nobody has to work. For example, Easter, Christmas or Nicholas. A not so religious thing is the special German food. It's Kohl and Pinkel and Pretzel. It is disgusting as hell.
There are a lot of similarities between us. For example, yes, we have the same interests, and we like to go shopping, and we like to talk about girls things. Yes, and differences are clear. They have another religion, and they have another rules in their religion.
One day I met a young girl who is Muslim. She prays 5 times a day. There is Al-Adha. It is a present from Allah to the Muslims. The second important day is after the Ramadan. It is an event of much food, sweets and gifts. It was so interesting to talk about it with her.
Yeah, it's not that I didn't understand it. I'm talking about the religion, like they have a completely different religion.
Islam for me is more than religion. It's a way to live,
and I think it's very important for me. I see it as a motivation to live a perfect life, to be a good girl.
Meine Familie kommt aus der Türkei, aus Mardin. Da leben halt Kurden, Türken, Araber, viele, also alles zusammen. Aber wir selber sind Araber, ja. Was ich halt sehr verschieden fand, war, deren Familie ist zwar auch muslimisch, aber die gehen halt nicht so streng mit der Religion damit um. Und ich habe doch schon gemerkt, bei mir ist es doch schon ganz schön streng.
In our religion, we pray 5 times in the day. We fast Ramadan. We read the Quran, and we should smile to the people. We have to be friendly.
I decided to wear my hijab when I was 7 or 9 years old, and I thought that in this way I can show the others with my hijab that I'm proud of my religion and proud of being Muslim girl.
I wear it because I think I'm not perfect in Islam, but I wear it to force myself to be, to improve myself, to be like a real Muslim girl.
I think that I will wear the hijab, but not now, because I think that I'm not ready.
Also früher, als ich in der 6. Klasse war, da habe ich halt Kopftuch getragen und ich war total glücklich damit. Nur meine Lehrerin hatte halt ein Problem damit und dann gab es halt ein bisschen Stress und dann habe ich halt mit meinem Vater darüber geredet und mein Vater hat gesagt, dass er ganz genau weiß, dass ich das vom Herzen getragen habe und dass ich das jetzt abnehmen soll und jetzt einfach, wenn der Moment kommt, dass ich das dann halt wieder tragen kann.
I was in the 8th grade, and yes, there were discrimination a lot because between Muslims who were wearing headscarves, they attacked them and they said to them, it's ugly and what are you wearing there, and you're a dummy and something like that.
I think people here and around the world have a wrong idea about Muslims' life. Actually, we don't live such a strict life as they think. We have a normal life, free life.
People think that Muslims live a very strict life without freedom and that they don't live normal life. Me and my friend visited the school to correct the view people have about us. I entered the class and met pupils that have strange thoughts about us.
I have both boy and girl's friends.
Really? I don't have to cover my whole body and stay at home.
What? What the hell?
I learn at a normal mixed school.
Oh my god. Don't say it.
We have rules and limits that we have to follow, but we live a totally normal life. We have a very joyful social life, just like you do.
It was on Wednesday and all of the Tamra girls were here and were 14 girls. Yes, and it was so nice to sit together and to talk about girls' things.
Yeah, it was a very nice party. The first time I've been in a pajama party. Yeah, it was very nice to sleep and to bother others while I'm sleeping. We talked about boyfriends.
Here in Germany, we can decide by ourselves if we want to be in a relationship with a boy. It doesn't matter if he is younger or older, and yes, we broke up and we find the next.
It depends on the family. You may face families that support the idea and it's okay for them, but you can also face a family that forbid it and don't allow it.
They're not hugging and they're not kissing the boyfriend. They can have one, but it's a little bit different.
You can say just friends. Yeah, you understand me?
The government, for example, will check out.
Yes, we visited the workshop at the Lidity House that was with Arab and Jewish people and German, I think. We had to talk about political subjects like living with Jewish in Israel and dealing with them.
Do you think that you are discriminative or you discriminate somebody?
There's discrimination, especially in Israel, between Arabs and Jewish.
For example, when an Arab person goes to get a job. We live a separated life. We live in our towns and villages, and they live in their towns. In Tamra, for example, there are no Jewish people. But once you get out of Tamra, you face a lot of Jewish people in Haifa, Akko, in the mall, and everywhere you go. We don't have that connect. We don't go to schools that is mixed school between Jewish and Arabs.
It was a useful experience for me because I talked with another side. I talked with Jewish people about our conflicts, like Arabs in the country, and because every time I speak with the others and or present our problem in the country, I talk with the Arabs people, and it's a change to talk with Jewish one, to know his point of view and to know what he thinks about what happens.
How do you interact with the conflict between the Arabs and the Jews? We treat the Jew in a nice way, as we treat others. You can find nice people and bad people, like any other country.
For example, an Arabic woman was waiting in the bus station, and a group of Jews saw her, and they took off her headscarf and hit her. Once, my friend was lost in the city, and she wanted to know a way of a place. A Jew woman came. She was nice to her, and the Arabic asked her about the way. The Jew showed her the way, and she even wanted to walk with her to the place.
It's something that really we got used to. You know, you hear it sometimes in the papers that there is a group of Jews that they're hurting a man because he's an Arab Palestinian person, and by the other hand you heard that there is a friendship between an Arab and Jewish.
We have to be closer to each other.
Es ist wunderbar, dass so viele junge Leute aus Tamra bei uns hier in Bremen zu Besuch sind. Das ist ein tolles Zeichen und wir freuen uns sehr darüber in Bremen.